Dear student, welcome to Rise IAS YouTube channel. Let's start our discussion of the geography section of the third simulator test. So, our first question from simulator test 3 from geography section is question number 1. Question number 1 says, consider the following statement. And statement 1 says, on 21st June, it is the longest day and shortest night in the northern hemisphere in the most of the region above the equator. Yes, this statement is correct. And statement 2 says Tropic of Capricorn receive direct rays of sun only for one day in a year. This statement is also correct. So, but statement 2 doesn't justify statement 1. So, correct answer is answer B. Both a statement is correct and a statement 2 does not justify statement 1. So, let's see our explanation which says on 21st June, which is during summer solstice, northern hemisphere reaches maximum axial tilt towards the sun, and celestial positioning result in longest days and shortest night for the region located north of the equator. So, statement 2 says Tropic of Capricorn, which is 23.5 degrees south of equator, defines the southernmost latitude where subsolar point can reach. Therefore, it receives direct overhead ray sun only for one day in a year. So, both statement is correct and statement 2 doesn't justify statement 1. So, let's move towards second question, which is question number 2, which says, with respect to prominent hypothesis regarding the origin of the earth and the universe, consider the following table. So, hypothesis number 1 is nebular hypothesis, and its proponent name is given Laplace. So, this statement is correct because nebular hypothesis given by Laplace and binary theory, which is given by H. and Russell, this statement is also correct. Gaseous hypothesis given by Immanuel Kant, this pair is also correct. And Big Bang theory given by George Lamar, this pair is also correct. So, all four pair is correct. So, our correct answer is statement D, which is all four statement is correct. So let's move towards our explanation, which says nebular hypothesis given by Immanuel Kant, revised by Laplace in 1796. Second says binary theory given by H. and Russell. And third is gaseous hypothesis given by Immanuel Kant in 1754-5. And Big Bang theory given by George Lamar. So all statement is correct. So D is the correct answer. Now let's move towards next question, which is question number 3, which says consider the following statement regarding western cyclonic disturbance. And statement 1 says it originates in Arabian Sea due to low atmospheric pressure and warm sea surface temperature. No, it doesn't originate over Arabian Sea. It originates from Mediterranean Sea. So first statement is incorrect. Second statement says it results in winter precipitation in northwestern part of India, facilitating cultivation of rabi crops. Yes, this statement is correct. This statement is correct. So our answer is option A is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. So D is the correct answer. So let's move towards our explanation, which says western cyclonic disturbance did not originate over Arabian Sea, but originated over Mediterranean Sea in European region. And western cyclonic disturbance brings rainfall in Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India in winter rainfall. Next statement is says, uh, next statement says it brings winter precipitation in northwestern part of India. Yes, this statement is correct. Western cyclonic disturbance brings winter rainfall in West Asia, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and northwestern part of India due to westerly jet stream. So D is the correct answer. Next is question number 4. Question number 4, demand of the question is consider the following river. First river is Hindon river, second is Ken river, third is Son river, and four is Rapti river. So, how many of the above are tributaries of river Yamuna? Hindon river is a tributary of Yamuna. Yes, this statement is correct. Ken river is also a tributary of Yamuna. This statement is also correct. But Son river is a tributary of Ganga. And Rapti river is a tributary of Ghagra, which itself a tributary of Ganga. So, statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is correct, and statement 3 is incorrect, statement 4 is incorrect. So, only 2 statement is correct, and only 2 are the tributaries of river Yamuna. So, only Hindon river and Ken river is a tributary of Yamuna, sorry. So, let's move towards our explanation, which says Hindon river is a left bank tributary of Yamuna river, which originates from Saharanpur district and joined the Yamuna near Noida in Uttar Pradesh. Statement 2 says Ken river is a right bank tributary of Yamuna river, originate in Kaimur range and flows through Bundelkhand region before merging with Yamuna in Banda district of Uttar Pradesh. Third statement is incorrect. Son river is not a tributary of Yamuna river, it's a tributary of Ganga river. Statement 4 is incorrect. Rapti river is a left bank tributary of Ghagra river, which is itself is a prominent tributary of Ganga river. So only 2 statement Ken and Hindon river is a tributary of Yamuna river. So only 2 statement is correct. Next statement, question is question number 5, which says consider the following statement. Kumaon Himalaya lies between river Satluj and Kali. This statement is correct. Assam Himalaya lies between river Tista and Dihang. Yes, this statement is also correct. And third statement is Satpura range lies in between river Tapi and Godavari. This statement is incorrect because Satpura range lies between river Tapi and not Godavari, lie in Narmada. So, third statement is incorrect, and statement only 2 statements, statement 1 and statement 2 is correct. So, B is the correct answer. So, let's move towards our explanation, which says Kumaon Himalaya, which is prominent section Himalayan mountain system, are situated between Satluj river to the west and Kali river to the east. Statement 2 is Assam Himalayas lie between Tista river in the west and Dihang river in the east. Satpura range is situated between Narmada river to the north and Tapti river to the south. So statement 3 is incorrect, and only 2 statements, which is statement 1 and 2 is correct. So B is correct answer. So let's move towards next question, which is question number 34, which says with reference to geographical setting of Indian urban center, consider the following pair of cities and their associated river. And first city is Surat, which is situated on Tapti river. Yes, Surat is situated on Tapti river. Kota, which is situated on Kota, and question asked is situated on Chambal river. Yes, Kota is situated on Chambal river. Is Lucknow situated on Gomti river? Yes, Lucknow is also situated on Gomti river. And Madurai situated on Kaveri river? No, Madurai is situated on Vaigai river. So only 3 statement is correct, which is statement number 1, statement number 2, and statement number 3. So only 3 pair is correct, and fourth is incorrect. So only C is the correct answer. So let's move towards explanation, which says Surat is situated on Tapti river. Correct. River Tapti river flows westward and empties into Gulf of Khambat near the Surat. Kota is situated on Chambal river. Chambal river is a major tributary of Yamuna and Yamuna river. And statement C, Lucknow is situated on Gomti river. Lucknow is the capital of UP and situated on Gomti river. And Gomti is an alluvial river. Alluvial river means the river which brings sediments and soils of the river, which causes landform formation. And pair 4 says Madurai situated on Kaveri River is incorrect because Madurai is situated on Vaigai River. So only three statements, which is statement 1, pair 2, and pair 3 is correct. So C is the correct answer. Next question is question number 57, which says consider the following statement with reference to role of Tibetan plateau on Indian monsoon. So statement 1 says it acts as high heat source that produces thermal anticyclone. Yes, Tibetan mountain, Tibetan plateau act as high heat dome source that produce thermal anticyclone. Statement 2 says it weakens the western subtropical jet stream south of Himalayas. Yes, this statement is also correct because Tibetan plateau heat dome created through Tibetan plateau weakens the western subtropical jet stream, which is south of Himalayas. Second statement is also correct. Third is it restricts the formation of tropical easterly jet stream. Uh, it not actually restricts, it actually facilitates the formation of tropical easterly jet stream. So only statement 1 and 2 is correct. Third statement is incorrect. So correct answer is A. So let's move towards our explanation, which says during summer, western vast Tibetan plateau undergoes intense solar insolation, which act as an immense elevated high heat level source and which causes thermal anticyclone high pressure cell directly over the region. Statement 2 says these high pressure generated through plateau's heating cause weakens the subtropical westerly jet stream, which displaces strictly to north of Himalayas. Statement 3 is incorrect because Tibetan plateau the facilitates the tropical easterly jet stream. So, so in this question, statement 1 and 2 is correct, and third statement is incorrect. So, option A is correct answer. Next question is question number 58. Which says arrange the following belt of Gangetic Plain in correct sequence from the north of the south direction. The correct sequence of the Gangetic Plain from north to south direction is Bhabar, which is the northernmost amongst the list. Then Terai region comes, which is the southern of Bhabar, south of Bhabar, and then comes Bhangar, then comes Khadar, and then Delta Plains. So B is the correct answer from this sequence, Bhabar. Then from the north to south direction, correct sequence of Gangetic Plain is Bhabar, Terai, Bhangar, Khadar, and Delta Plains. So B is the correct answer. So let's move towards our explanation, which says option 2 is the correct sequence. Uh, the fundamental physiographic division of Gangetic Plains from the Himalaya foothill to the north of the river mouth in south follow a specific geomorphological order, and the geomorphological order is Bhabar is the northernmost belt. Terai lies south of Bhabar belt, and Bhabar is the northernmost belt, lying south of and parallel of Shivalik foothill, and Terai lies south of Bhabar belt, and Bhangar lies south of Terai. It constitutes largest geographical part of the northern plain, form of the old alluvium, and then Khadar lies south of Bangar, which is the form of new alluvium, younger alluvium, new or younger alluvium. Then lies delta plain, which is the southernmost extremity. So correct answer is B, and correct sequence is Bhabar, Tarai, Bhangar, Khadar, and delta plains. So our next question is question number 59, which says consider the following statement with respect to primary atmospheric cell. Headley cell are associated with trade wind and contribute to the formation of intertropical convergence zone. Yes, this statement is correct. Sorry, this statement is Headley cell are associated with trade wind and contribute to formation of intertropical convergence zones. Yes, this statement is correct. And statement 2 says air in Farrell cell rises near 30-degree latitude and descends near 60-degree latitude. This is actually reversed. Air in Farrell cell rises near 60-degree latitude and descends near 30-degree latitude. So statement 2 is incorrect. And third statement 3 says polar shell refer to descending cold air near the pole, creating high pressure zone and then moving towards the lower latitude. Yes, this statement is correct. Polar shell descending cold, which polar shell refer to descending cold air near the poles and which create high pressure zone near the pole. So statement 2 is incorrect and only two statements, which is statement 1 and statement 3 is correct. So B is the sorry, which of the following is not correct? So only statement 2 is incorrect. So A is the correct answer. So let's move towards our explanation, which says Hadley cell are the low latitude atmospheric circulation which sinks at 30-degree latitude constitutes the trade wind, and convergence of these trade wind from both hemispheres create intertropical convergence zone. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 says Farrell cell descend near 30-degree latitude and ascend near 60-degree latitude at subpolar low pressure belt. Statement 3 says polar shell involves cooling of air at the poles, which causes it to descend and creating semi-permanent high pressure zone in this region. Next question is question number 60, which says consider the following, and the first statement is Yamuna River, second statement is Kareva, third is Radhaji National Park, and fourth is Great Indian Desert. So the question says, how many of the above are most likely to observe when you travel from Prayagraj to Amritsar on road? This kind of questions is most favorite question of UPSC from geography section. So नेक्स्ट प्रीलिम्स में अपकमिंग प्रीलिम्स के लिए इस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन का प्रैक्टिस थोड़ा ज़्यादा कीजिए और इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन के पूछे जाने की चांसेस थोड़ा ज़्यादा है. सो करेक्ट आंसर इज if we move from Prayagraj, which is Uttar Pradesh, and Amritsar, which is Punjab, so from moving towards UP to Punjab, yes, Yamuna River, we observe Yamuna River, so statement 1 is correct. And Kareva falls in higher Himalayan zone, which is mostly in J&K and Ladakh. So statement 2 is incorrect. Rajaji National Park in उत्तराखंड, तो ये भी उस रूट में नहीं आएगा. ग्रेट इंडियन डेजर्ट विच इज थार डेजर्ट इसी इन राजस्थान, सो ये भी प्रयागराज टू पंजाब के रूट में नहीं आएंगे. सो our correct answer is A, only one. So from journey of Prayagraj to Amritsar, only Yamuna River can be observed. So statement 1 is correctly identified. A road from Prayagraj to Amritsar via major arterial highway involve crossing of Yamuna River. So statement 1 is correct. Kareva is thick, highly fertile glacial clay deposit which is located in Kashmir Valley. So कश्मीर वैली ऑल्सो इस रूट में नहीं आएंगे, तो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट 2 इनकरेक्ट होगा. स्टेटमेंट 3, राजाजी नेशनल पार्क विच इज सिचुएटेड इन उत्तराखंड एंड फ्रॉम द रोड जर्नी फ्रॉम यूपी टू पंजाब ट्रेवर्स प्लेन ऑफ वेस्टर्न यूपी एंड हरियाणा. सो उत्तराखंड भी उत्तराखंड को कंप्लीटली बाईपास कर जाएंगे, सो ये भी उस रूट में नहीं आएंगे. तो फोर्थ इज ग्रेट इंडियन डेजर्ट विच इज थर्ड डेजर्ट लोकेटेड इन राजस्थान, जो भी इस रूट में नहीं आएगा. सो ओनली one Yamuna river can be found in this journey. Next question is question number 61. It's a paragraph based question which says this climatic region is located on the west coast, characterized by hot dry summer and cool wet winter. It is famous for orchid farming, viticulture, cereal and vegetable cultivation. Products like olive, pomegranate, orange, fig, pears, grape, etc. are found, and the natural vegetation is dominated by evergreen sun and sclerophyllous tree. So, the question says, the above lines are chief characteristic of which of the following? So, above line is a chief characteristic. So, let's see. So, हम available information को ऑब्जर्व करते हैं. फर्स्ट इज क्लाइमेटिक रीजन, लोकेशन इज वेस्टर्न कोस्ट, and season is hot dry summer and cool wet winter. तो हम इतने इंफॉर्मेशन से ये एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं कि ये चाइना टाइप क्लाइमेट तो नहीं होगा एंड मानसून टाइप क्लाइमेट भी नहीं होगा. तो हमारे पास दो ऑप्शन बचता है, ऑप्शन बी एंड ऑप्शन सी, विच इज ब्रिटिश टाइप क्लाइमेट एंड मेडिटेरेनियन टाइप क्लाइमेट. तो क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन से हॉट ड्राई समर एंड कूल वेट विंटर, and agriculture commodities olive, pomegranate, orange, fig, pears and are found. So we all know Mediterranean region is famous for olive, pomegranate, orange, fig and this kind of trees. So the first information, west coast, the west sea location which is western coast, and climate which is hot dry summer and cool wet winter is the climatic characteristics of Mediterranean type of climate. So let's move towards explanation. Statement 1 is incorrect because China type of climate is located in eastern margin of the continent and is characterized by year-round distribution of rainfall. And statement 2 is also incorrect. British type climate experiences moderate precipitation throughout the year, and liking dry summer and wet winter dichotomy. Statement 3 is correct. Mediterranean type of climate situated in the western margin of continent, which is 30 to 45 degree latitude, and characterized by hot dry summer and cool wet winters. And it's famous for viticulture, which is orchid farming, citrus fruit, and drought-resistant sclerophyllous vegetation like olive, pomegranate, and figs. And monsoon type climate is defined by seasonal reversal of wind. So it's not, and geographical condition also doesn't follow or allow for Mediterranean monsoon type climate. So next question is question number 76. Says, with respect to Periyar River, consider the following statement. It is the longest river and the river statement 1 say it is the longest river and the river with largest discharge potential in Kerala. Yes, Periyar is the longest river and largest discharge potential of the Kerala. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 says Idukki Dam is built along it and which is the main source of hydroelectric power in Kerala. Yes, Idukki Dam is built on Periyar River and which is the main source of hydroelectric power in Kerala. And statement 3 says, when Periyar River flows into Bembanad Lake, yes, this statement is correct. And finally into the Bay of Bengal, no. Periyar River drains into Arabian Sea, not in Bay of Bengal. So our statement 3 is incorrect and statement 1 and statement 2 is correct. So only 2, B is the correct answer. So let's move towards our explanation. So Periyar River is the longest river in Kerala and the largest discharge potential in the state. Second statement says Idukki Dam is the main source of hydroelectric power in Kerala, and statement 3 is incorrect. It says Bembanad Lake river flows into Bembanad Lake and empties into drains into Arabian Sea, not in Bay of Bengal. So third statement is incorrect and only two statements, which is statement 1 and statement 2 is correct. Next question is, with reference to dynamics of ocean current, consider the following statement. Statement 1 says, surface ocean current are primarily wind driven and constitute approximately 10% of the total water volume of the ocean. Yes, surface ocean current are completely wind driven and contribute only 10% of the ocean water volume in ocean. The thermohaline circulation is a density driven process operating in the deep ocean influenced by variation in temperature and salinity. Thermohaline means thermo and haline. Thermo means temperature, haline means salinity. So thermohaline circulation is a density driven process. Yes, thermohaline circulation is density driven process operating in deep ocean, because in surface ocean constitute totally wind driven. So in deep ocean, thermohaline circulation is a density driven process and influenced primarily by the variation in temperature and salinity, which is why its name is thermohaline circulation. And statement 3 says Coriolis force provides the deflective force necessary for the formation of surface gyre, but it has no physical impact on the movement of deep water masses. No, this statement is incorrect because Coriolis force has greater impact physical has actual physical. This statement is incorrect. Has physical impact on the movement of deep ocean. Coriolis force also impact movement of deep ocean water. So statement 3 is incorrect. So only statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is correct. So A is the correct answer. So let's move towards our explanation. We say statement 1 is correct. Surface ocean current is primarily driven by global wind system and constitute 10% of the total oceanic water volume. And statement 2 is correct. Thermohaline circulation is a deep ocean. It operates in deep ocean and fundamentally density driven mechanism. This is strictly controlled by a spatial variation in water temperature and salinity. Statement 3 is incorrect. Coriolis force influences all moving fluid in rotating sphere, regardless of depth. So, Coriolis force has great impact on deep water masses throughout the ocean basin. Next question is question number 78, which says which of the following statement best describe the term terrestrial radiation? Statement 1 says it's short wave radiation which is reflected back by Earth upon heating. No, this is called albedo. And statement 2 is the long wavelength radiation received by Earth through the sun. No, sun's radiation received to Earth in short wave, not in long wave. So radiation emitted by nuclear waste from nuclear reactor. No, terrestrial radiation does not include nuclear radiation. And option D says long wave radiation that is emitted by the Earth's surface after it heats up. Yes, this is the correct answer. So sun's ray comes in the form of short wavelength and after it's after it touches the earth, it's re-emitted from the earth's surface into long wavelength. So D is the correct answer. So let's move towards the explanation. Statement D is the correctly matched. Terrestrial radiation is the process by which Earth's surface is being heated by incoming solar radiation, emits the energy back into space in the form of long wave radiation. So D is the correct answer. Statement 1A is incorrect because this phenomena this phenomenon of short wave radiation, which is reflected back upon the earth heating, is known as albedo. And statement B is incorrect because solar radiation received by earth insolation is primarily in the form of short wavelength. So statement 3 is incorrect. And statement C is incorrect because anthropogenic radioactive emission doesn't for ionizing radiation from nuclear material is unrelated to geophysical concept. So option C is incorrect. So option D is the correct answer for this question. And next is question number 79. So with respect to question number 79 says, with respect to atmospheric front, consider the following statement. Statement 1 says, frontogenesis occur when horizontal temperature gradient between two converging air masses decreases over time. Actually, this statement is incorrect because photogenesis occurs when horizontal temperature between two converging air masses rapidly increases. Rapidly increases over time, not decreases over time. So statement 1 is incorrect. And statement 2 is, in a stationary front, the surface wind of both air masses blow parallel and frontal to the frontal boundary. Yes, this statement is correct. In stationary front, surface wind of the both air masses blow parallel to frontal boundary. And statement 3 says, the passage of warm from typically trigger sudden high intensity convective rainfall. This statement is incorrect because the passage of warm front typically triggers a steady and prolonged precipitation. So statement 3 is incorrect. So and the so the statement says how many of the above given statement are incorrect. So we have to find incorrect statement. So we can easily say statement 1 is incorrect and statement 3 is incorrect. Only statement 2 is correct. So only two statement, which is statement number 1 and statement number 3 is incorrect. So B is the correct answer. So let's move towards our explanation. Frontogenesis is an atmospheric process that creates an intensified meteorological front, and physical mechanism requires horizontal temperature gradient between converging air masses to rapidly increases, not decreases. And statement 2 is also correct. A stationary front in a stationary front, surface wind of both air masses flow parallel to the frontal zone rather than perpendicular of it. And statement 3 is correct. A warm front is characterized by gentle frontal slope, which leads to the steady prolonged precipitation and precipitation, not high intensity convective rainfall. Sudden and high intensity is a defining feature of steep slope cold front, not the not the atmospheric front. So, so only two statement is incorrect, which is statement number 1 and statement number 3. Only two second statement is correct. So B is the correct answer for this question. So thank you for attending this session. You can download the complete explanation from our website and Telegram channel. Thank you once again for attending this session.